Today I am going to show you the Good and the Beautiful High School Level 1. Okay, so this is the High School Level 1, the starter kit, plus, everything that they need for Level 1 for the high school. Okay, so the Good and Beautiful, they have two paths you can take for high school language arts, and they have the regular path and the honors path. This set is just the regular path. Anyway, okay, so I will go through these things individually, but just a quick overview here. You see that instead of having those spiral-bound course books, high school has individual units. So there are 10 units, 1 through 10, okay? And they're just individual workbooks, and you just work your way through them. And then it comes with 5 readers. You have Patterns on the Wall, Just David, John Greenleaf, Into the Unknown, and Up from Slavery. And then you have the Grammar and Writing Guide. That, if you're familiar with the Good and Beautiful, I looked through that, and that is just basically like the course companion in the other levels. And then you have some cards here, and I don't know how many there are. I have not looked through this yet. All I have done is the mailman delivered it, and I unboxed it and laid it here, and I just flipped through the grammar guide for just a minute. So go ahead and kind of show you in this. Okay, so the first thing I want to go through with you here is the High School 1, Unit 1. This is the course instructions and, the actual work for Unit 1 for the student. Okay, so each book is, each unit workbook is thin. It's paper, the cover is paper. Each cover has a quote. It has a beautiful picture, and you can tell with the light reflecting that it's shiny. Okay, so this is the first edition, copyrighted last year, 2018. Okay, so you can pause the pause the video, and you can read this if you want to. But over here, it tells you what is needed. Okay, so I told you this was the starter kit plus, the actual high school level 1 for the regular program. So over here, it tells you the two things that are included in the starter kit. Okay, the starter kit, basically, it's what you need for high school levels 1 through 4. Okay, and those two things are the grammar and writing guide, and then the geography and poetry cards. Okay, so here is the grammar and writing guide, and here are the geography and poetry cards. So those two things will be needed for every high school level 1 through 4, okay? All right, and then over here it tells you what is needed in addition to that, but for high school level 1. Okay, so you'll need the 10 booklets. So here's one. You will need those 5 readers, those 5 books that I showed you earlier, and you will need access to the course videos. Okay, now some art supplies that you'll need is a drawing set, watercolor set, paintbrushes and palette, watercolor paper. Okay, so here are the course instructions. Okay, so you will notice that these unit booklets are not broken into lessons. Like there's no lesson 1, lesson 20, anything like that. Okay, it says, to help the student prepare for higher learning and more responsibility, the high school courses are not broken down into individual lessons. Rather, there are 10 units to complete. Students are urged to use a calendar or planner to create a schedule for completing each unit. Okay, so for the first day, it says to watch how to complete this course on her website and how to organize your materials. This is for the student to do, okay? Then it tells the student how to actually complete the course. So the student is guided through each of the 10 units through these unit booklets. When a unit booklet is completed, the student turns in the booklet to the parent with the units accompanying writing and other assignments. The parent grades and checks the packet. The parent administers a unit test for the unit and follows instructions on the unit check to have the student watch review videos of any concepts with which the student struggles. And then the student begins the next unit. So this is the grading sheet that it just talked about, okay, where it grades the packet. Okay, so I had told you earlier that this is the regular path, and they also have an honors path. Okay, so the difference between the two is the regular path is just, normal, standard. The honors path You still get all the same curriculum. I mean, everything's the same. It's just that the regular path you finish in one school year, but the honors path you finish in less than one school year, and the child will complete one or more honors book studies. Okay, the Good and Beautiful also has book studies, so you can look at those, and I think they're available in level 8. I think that's what level 8 is just book studies. Okay. All right, so it just tells you, kind of like, okay, so like I said, there are no units, right? I mean, no lesson numbers. Okay, so how it's set up is that it says here, like if you're doing, well, this paragraph here tells if you're doing school for 4 days a week, or this one is for 5 days a week. Okay, so if you're doing school for 4 days a week, each unit, each booklet should be completed in 11 school days. Okay, so there are 10 booklets, so that'd be 110 school days. Well, that's pretty good. It says the average time needed to complete a unit, so the average time to complete one booklet is 45 to 70 minutes a day, plus the time spent on the High School 1 reading challenge. Okay, and then on the 12th day, the student will take the unit check. Okay, and then it tells you the same thing except different numbers if you're going to be doing 5 days a week. Okay, and then the next thing you need to do is need to print and fill out a year at a glance schedule, which is available at her website, but it says it's optional, or you could use a weekly planner. Okay, so the student will basically just need to say, okay, I need to have this book, like if they're doing 4 days a week, okay, I need to have this book finished in 11 days. How many work pages are there? And then of course divide that by 11 days and then do that number of pages a day. So in that regard, it's like ACE, Homeschool Accelerated Christian Education, those PACEs. So, okay, that's the honors program. Now, no matter if you're on regular or honors program, you also have the course reading challenge. So in addition to the reading books that are integrated with the course, you will also read books from the course reading challenge found on her website. Okay? It says that it's suggested that students spend at least 2 to 3 hours per unit on reading the course reading challenge. Okay? And then it talks about the high school geography and poetry cards, which are over there I showed you. And then it tells you how to do the spelling dictation, how to do unit checks, how to do creative writing, and then how to do the art and geography. Okay, so this is the grading sheet for Unit 1 for this book only. Okay, and over here is the spelling dictation. And they give you a little information in this box here, that if you need to watch this video, they have one on how to complete a spelling dictation. Okay, and then here, okay, for here is memorization. It tells you, you need to watch this video, and these little check boxes, just like Good and Beautiful always has, they still have the check boxes for after you complete each thing, just check it off. Okay, so this is the actual work that the student does. Again, you just have to decide how many pages the student needs to do each day. Okay, but this is a vocabulary lesson, reading assignments, and effective writing practice, grammar usage and punctuation, parts of speech, diagramming, language arts and literature, annotating and summarizing, editing practice, geography. Okay, and there are several, I think there's 7 in this book, nice pictures. Okay, let me see if I can hold it steady and make it more clear. I don't know if that was more clear or not. All right, so there are several full-page, beautiful pictures in here. Okay, these papers, these pages, the types of sheets, they're thicker than normal printer paper. They're nice, and even the pictures are on the same kind of paper as the work. They're not glossy, but they did turn out very nice. So I will just flip through here so you can kind of see these pictures. Okay. All right, and then there's some more work here. There's an insights journal, spelling practice, a review. Here's a review also, well, the rest of it. Review 4, looks like they're different reviews. And then an optional art project. Okay, and that is it. That is it for Unit 1, okay? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you the books, the geography cards, and the writing guide first, well, now. And after I show you that, then I will flip through quickly some more of these units, okay? So you can kind of see the general layout of all of them, okay? All right, but just in case you don't care to see that, I'll go ahead and just show you the books. Okay, so these books, level 8, level 9, 9, and 10. Okay, so there are 5 readers, so they'll be reading Into the Unknown, and this is from the Good and Beautiful Library. This book was first published in 1943. Up from Slavery by Booker T. Washington, also from the Good and Beautiful Library. It was first published in 1901. Just David by Eleanor Porter, also from the Good and Beautiful Library, first published in 1916. John Greenleaf Whittier by Francis Coke or Cook, published also from the Good and Beautiful Library, published in 1900. I'm sorry, I'm in a little bit of a hurry. Then another one is Patterns on the Wall by Elizabeth Yates, and this is also from the Good and Beautiful, but they wrote down Clean Classics, so I have not looked to see what the difference is between that, but anyway, that's what it says. First published in 1943. Okay, all right, and all of these are paperback. Okay. Okay, and then here are the geography and poetry flashcards. Okay, they are probably about a 5x7. They are thick and I guess you could say laminated, but like a thin lamination. They're just coated with some shiny stuff on them here. Okay, so this one here says continents and oceans, practice. Say the name of each continent and ocean. Okay, so you point to like North America here has B, okay, and then the answers are on the back, B, North America, okay? And this one would be the New England state, so say the name of each state and the capital city, so, you know, the parent would point to it, and the child would say Maine, Augusta, Maine, right? All right, so that's how these are. So those look like geography. Let me show you what the poetry looks like. Okay, here's some more geography. These are major mountain chains of the world. Okay, major rivers of the world. This one here looks like an information sheet about that one. Okay, here's some poetry memorization. So, new every morning. Okay, so here's the actual poem, right? And then the child, you know, as they practice, you know, maybe you can give them the starter word, then they, you know, just fill in the blanks as they practice it. Okay, looks like that's how they're all laid out. And this is Greek, well here, I guess let me start here. This is Greek and Latin roots for year 1, okay? And then Greek and Latin roots for year 2, year 3, and year 4. Okay. All right. Now, let's look at the grammar and writing guide. So like I said, this is basically the same thing as her other levels that are just the course companion. Okay, there's no work to do in here. What this is just a resource, a helpful, you know, guide for the child if they get stuck on something. Okay, so this is the table of contents. Okay, it tells you some terms to know, sentence types, literary terms, ending verbs, sentence diagramming, and then grammar and punctuation usage. Okay, so for example, you know, if a child is, you know, doing a work page and they're like, you know, and they say, well, I don't remember what a gerund is, okay? They can turn to here, they can see gerund, they can turn to page 27 to refresh their memory about what a gerund is. And same way with the commonly confused words, you know, if they're not sure to accept, or not accept, sorry, to use, you know, like this form of alter or this form of alter, they can look it up, and page 47 tells you. And the same thing with writing, you know, if they need help with anything like that. Okay, so here's some terms to know: parts of speech, sentence types, literary terms, editing marks, sentence diagramming. It gives you all the steps to diagram all kinds of sentences. All right, and then grammar, punctuation, and usage. So up here, this blue bar here lets you know that all the stuff here on the blue is goes over grammar, punctuation, and usage. Okay, so I'm not going to flip through every page. Let me just find the next section here. Okay, then the next section in the orange is on commonly confused words. Okay, so you can kind of see, you know, belief, believe. Okay, and then the next section is on writing, and it's the purplish pink color. All right, so again, avoiding plagiarism, citing sources. All right, and it looks like that's the last section in here. Okay, so essay writing, transitional words. All right, so that's what that's about. Now, if you're interested, I will show you through some more of these units. Okay, so unit 2 through 10 starts off with the grading sheet that will be completed that you will complete, the parent, after they are done with that unit, okay, that it's in. And again, here's their spelling dictation, and then the lessons start. And some more pretty pictures. Drawing a tree, some review, another insights journal, reading assignments, New York City, Hudson Valley. Okay. Okay, so I have not checked each unit to see how many pages are in each unit. But unit 1, I believe, had 44 pages in it, but there were 7 pages, I believe, that just had pictures, and then the first 3 pages or 4 was on, you know, instructions. So the actual work pages, there was less than that. And then 1 unit had only 25 pages in it. So they're not too awful long. Okay, you can kind of see the layout through all the units are about the same. So again, the child or you just has to decide how many pages they need to complete each day in order to get through each booklet, you know, in 11 days or so. Okay, the level 4 feels the thickest. Let me see. Well, level 4 and level 10 both feel about the same thickness. Let me see how many pages are in it. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. About 48 pages there. And then 43, 45, about 45. So I don't think there'll be any more than, 50, I guess. Maybe even 48. Okay, so here's unit 4. I'll try to flip from the beginning. So there's poetry, pictures. Wow, that's a good one. Okay, the Arctic region, grammar, usage, and punctuation. Writing, insights journal, reviews, art project, It says the art projects are optional. Okay, so that was Unit 4. Okay. Unit 5. Have a reading assignment, writing a persuasive essay, exploring literature, geography, poetry writing, more nice pictures. Never mind. Art. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm sure you guys know this, but yes, The Good and Beautiful is Christian. Let me see. Any scripture that she takes is from the Bible, the King James Version. What else about it? Sorry, I know I'm thinking out loud. Okay, so we have done levels 3, 4, 5, and 7. And so far, now we are not completely finished with level 5 or level 7 yet, but so far, there has not been any doctrinal, because I'm sure you know that Jenny Phillips, the author of and creator of the Good and Beautiful curriculum, I'm sure you've heard she's a Mormon. So far, we have not come across any doctrinal teaching. It's all, God, Jesus, their love, the Holy Bible. There is, there may be some quotes from a Mormon or something in here, but there's quotes from many different people in here. And so far, it has not contained any doctrinal teaching of any kind. Okay, just wanted to go ahead and say that again. I said it in another video. All right, so literature, Emily Dickinson, literary analysis essay, editing practice. Okay, and an optional watercolor project for art. Okay, here's Unit 7. Again, Middle East, more pictures. So you can kind of see it's just the same setup. Looks like this one, you're going to be drawing a nose and an eye. That's pretty neat because one of these, maybe Unit 10, has you drawing a woman's face. So, okay, so you can see they still include, okay, it's this one that has the woman's face right here. Okay, so you can see that they still include art and geography and writing and grammar and poetry. So, okay, here's Unit 9. Okay, so I kind of looked through a couple of them quickly with my daughter, the one who's going to be using these next year, and she seemed kind of excited about it. And as I was looking through there, I was thinking, now of course we're not doing them at this moment, so that my thoughts may change later, but I was thinking that I probably could have went ahead and put her in the honors program instead of the regular path, just because I don't know if it's because the booklets are small, or each booklet you need to have done in like 11 weeks, like 110 school days. What are we gonna do the rest of the school days? So I don't know if it's a combination of that and the small booklets, but I was thinking it seemed pretty easy and doable. So, I don't know. We will see. However, I'm sure the writing will probably be more than... I'm sure the writing will take longer than what it probably should, just because she likes to write, just her own creation, but she doesn't really like being told what to write, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so there you go, and hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.